Hello everyone, and welcome back to Avowed. Giving a second to, render and everything. I also installed another mod that should make third person camera a bit better. It's a bit closer anyway. Third person. I'm not sure. Like, I could probably third person. It's just, I'm going to be doing a lot of precise aiming, and I feel like that's better for first person, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, I can still do this pretty well. I can still do that pretty well, it's just, I would prefer first person shooting, you know? Just a bias. So when I play Helldivers, I prefer using the first person mode so I can aim better. Anyway, yeah. Oh, right, not gonna let me hop that.
This is your final warning, Kai. One more, and I put a bullet in your leg.
These docks are reserved for the Imperial.
And here
I am in
if you just tell me where the clavicle is, I'd get out of your hair.
He's out on official business.
Sad.
That's all you need to know.
So he didn't tell you.
Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial envoy.
What's up?
And he's late. Huh. Probably died at sea. Good riddance.
You wanna try saying that in a way that doesn't piss off the Imperial envoy?
Wait, you're the... Oh, fuck.
Nice.
Forgive me, envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name's Cynric, captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way around Paradise. Unlike most Adirans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded. They told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so...
Wretched, loathsome, unlovable.
Well...
You're doing great.
Forgive me, again. We're having a bit of an emergency. No doubt you've come for the Adiran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger. Well, there's some kind of blight in the wilderness and rumors of plague. They went to investigate.
Okay, that's a smart decision.
Nature has a mind of its own in these parts. When the ecosystem changes, we ask ourselves how and why.
Leaderless and rudderless is the natural state of things in Paradise anyway. Keeps things interesting.
Is your claviger anything like one would do?
He's the closest thing we have to a local authority. Part keeper of the keys, part bald fist.
Paradise's mayor, more or less. Most people out here aren't fond of established hierarchies and titles. So we made up some new ones.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I have a message or whatever.
Sorry, envoy, but no one's here to receive it.
Nonsense. There's a small army of pickpockets, smugglers, and scoundrels between those walls who'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Just ignore him.
Where did you say they went? Because I've got an idea.
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route, past the old Pargroon Wall.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up?
Also, Kai is pretty great. He has that sass. He's also voiced by the guy who did Garrus' voice. Garrus! Yay.
Out here, people are more likely to think I'm trying to rob you. We don't see many lordly types.
Kai, before you go, make sure he comes back alive, or the steel garrote will have my head.
I forgot about this.
Better yours than mine.
So, this button, because, they'll be saying words that you're like, what does that mean? So anyway, we're on point with official representative Adil. Paradise is a city on the coast of Dontra and the de facto capital of the Living Lands. Well, from an Adil perspective. The Adiran Empire is our homeland. No matter how the Empire expands or retracts, thrives or dies. Fun times. Godlike around individuals whose souls are touched by the gods of birth. Go to the appearance of the nature though, patriarchy, such as pharaohs, horns, and flames. Many of the godlike just died. Because, you know, I'm sure there's a legitimate reason for that. Probably in Pirates of Eternity 2, which I really should play, record properly, but I lose interest in it way too fast. The Cleverture of the 50s is going to govern. Like most bureaucrats, the Cleverture, she's on legend often hostile towards official procedures. Paragoon or subculture of mountain dwellers known as keen explorers and faithful defenders of their traditions. They settled in the Living Land centuries ago, torching a new homeland, the region of Galen's tusk. Fosina is out here and Pastor dispatched to the Living Lands on mission, peace and mutual cooperation, and the Steel Garrote. The Steel Garrote, or Paladin Order. They're devoted to Wodica, goddess of law and discipline, known for their cruelty and determination. The Steel Garrote stop it. Nothing to hunt down Oathbreakers, deserters, and heretics. They led Brian Inquisitor Lodwin. So the Steel Garrote, they're not exactly like the Bleak Walkers, but they are what we would consider let's go with lawful evil paladin order. To be fair, lawful falls under pretty much every category for paladin. But yeah. There were some good orders in Pirates of Eternity, but the majority of them were pretty much their own set of rules towards things. It's not like, you know, D&D paladins with you have to do everything good. You have to follow these tenets, or you become an Outbreaker. Now these are a bit different. I'm pretty sure you could get away with a lot of shit as a paladin in Pirates of Eternity without the game even giving a single fuck. But yeah, like, I think we had Braille as a, what the fuck was it? Sort of in that one that was sounding like a mob more than a paladin group. The Da Vinci or something. The DeCozy family. The Cozy Paladins. Well, it's more about profits than, you know, anything as a paladin order. But yeah. Anyway, back to game. So, what's this about the Steel Garrote?
The Steel Garrote are here as guests, helping Adirans like yourself keep the peace. Or so they say.
Well, they must be dire, though.
That's certainly what they'd like you to believe. Sounds like their reputation back home in Adir isn't any better than it is
Yeah,
here.
I never met one in the flesh.
They're an order of religious cutthroats, sharpening their blades for the glory of the burned queen. Oof, creepy bunch, too. Who needs enemies when you have... You tell me, Envoy. The Adirans came to our shores with their soldiers, their bureaucrats, and their cult of murderers. Asking a lot of nosy questions is a good way to end up with a knife in your back. Speaking of the Steel Garrote, fair warning, their leader, Inquisitor Ludwine, is eager to greet you. Or possibly interrogate you.
By the way, Inquisitor Ludwine... Oh yeah, by the way, Wodica, also known as the Bird Queen, Strangler, Oathbinder, and the Queen that was. It is the goddess justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchy. She's the British own number one broken ground. The Ziggurat Paladins worship Wodica, and some say do her bidding. You think back in, you know, Pirates of Eternity 1, we would have ran into the Steel Garrote more instead of, what was it? What was this cult we fought? Shit, now I can't remember the cult we fought. Fuck. No, not Vault. Cult. Not Skayan. The Legend Key. You'd think we would have run into more steel growth and less lead and key, but no, it was almost all lead and key. Because they're just a, cult dedicated to the gods Wodica, and the steel growth is, yeah, it's an official order dedicated to Wodica. Anyway, does that mean we're back to dealing with Wodica as our enemy, technically? It's situational. The whole thing with the gods is sort of up in the air after Pillars of Eternity 2. All of a sudden, Christian Lodwin is the leader of the Staircrow of Paladin. She found battle in the Deadfire Archipelago. I'm not sure if that happened in Pillars of Eternity 2. I mean, if she found the battle of Deadfire Archipelago, maybe, but I don't remember. They return to the Death Guard, relentless and uncompromising, strikes fear in the hearts of her enemies. So yeah, there you go.
I heard she's a monster, the personal handmaiden of the burned queen. But that's not all. They say she fell in battle in the Deadfire, and death spat her back out.
Yeah, that Deadfire. Found to reach a known for its volcanic iron treasure seas. Here we go. 3 years ago, the god Aethys rampaged across Deadfire in the body of an Arctic Colossus that he, stole from my fucking keep, and I had to go chase him down. Fun times. He also stole our soul, which was at least part of it. But you need all those souls just to move the Colossus over, though. And he did lasting damage to the ancient ruins of Yukanzo, which might be where the Wheel of Souls technically was. Among other things, the consequences of the rampage are atop of spiritual uncertainty and feel. Basically what that means is the consequences of what he did happened in Deadfire, happened in Pillars of Eternity 2. And so, yeah, there's speculation on what outcome actually came from that in this.
That's none of my business, and let's keep it that way.
Fail.
We'll have time to worry about Ludwig later.
Yeah, it's something to look forward
First,
to.
we've got to find your ambassador and my claviger.
So hey, you have a new companion. Kai is a seasoned soldier mercenary from the Raitarian Empire. Restless but half a his wandering has led him to the living lands in search of peace he has yet to find. As his parents battle as a veteran, Kai can withstand damage and draw enemy aggression. His inner ammunition can burn away flammable objects. So basically, he's a free, hey, there's something I need to burn. Well, here's a Kai. Exactly. Kai can just burn away webs, brambles, and other flammable objects. So I don't have to use fire magic. The next most important person will be someone who can use lightning.
Come on, let's get you some fresh air.
I can't remember when we get a person that uses lightning. By the way, welcome to the game. You think there'd be more clouds in the sky? Just saying, it's entirely cloudless and it almost sort of bothers me. But birds at least, and sun. That's a decent enough sun effect, not gonna lie. I mean, it's no Horizon, yeah, Horizon had a very great sunrise, sunset, where everything just became reddish as it rose and stuff. That was good. The only problem with Horizon was, like, I like range combat, I just don't like it where it's literally the entire focus of the game. And then it wants you to hit small as fuck little targets as weak points, while having, like, literally no slowdown time. Literally none, practically. Yeah, I didn't like that shit. But hey, use these traps and tactics and all that.
Pogrunin
no.
left these beacons
I
all
like
over
the
the
combat.
They're good for finding your way around.
City's getting crowded.
Basically, hey, they're better. You know these.
What do you think, dimwit?
What the? Yeah, faster.
Quincy in the ambassador's pocket. That's enough for now. We gotta
You guys
listen.
have names. I don't remember you guys. Hi.
Keep walking, Outlander.
Hey! Better watch your step.
Well, I'm going downhill. So why would you dive into the water of all places? Well, But at the moment, it seems like it was pointless, actually. Fuck. Sometimes there'll be stuff in places. Sometimes. This... I feel like this one was, yeah. Not ideal. But thankfully we have a mod that gives us enough air that it's relatively fine swimming for a while. Also, remember, we can see top to bottom, we're good. That's my main issue of, you know, swimming in video games, is I need to be able to see top to bottom. Otherwise it fucks with me. And I don't like it when it fucks with me. I'm not seeing anything on this boat. Kai, why is there nothing on this boat? Like, you clearly want me over there for some reason. Oh, good. 16 copper. Ooh. Totally what I needed. I mean, I probably could, the door's probably locked. Oh no, we need a warehouse key. Or we could probably try Pathfind. I hear Shimmer Shimmer. Speaking of Pathfind. Is that back up? Oh. It was a little tiny test, but hey, Kai. Oh, so I do not want that on my bar. There we go.
Aye, aye.
Bad guy. Oh, right. Hey, we just gave ourselves a free rifle. To be fair, I want pistols more than a rifle, but... no. But every bit helps, you know. So yeah, now we have a rifle. Yay, rifle. Perfect. Darn, I need up and over this. Which means I have to go back.
Yeah.
Probably should actually, you know, explore the place proper. But at the same time, we might be able to, not sure. Doesn't look like one. Okay. Nothing. There we go. So yeah, you could use the key to get in. Or you could be smart and go up over the roof and in. Now sadly, we can't just unlock the door from the inside, but hey. Summer Stamp was created in the log parts inside parts out to use satchels of woodsy, bracing, smelling herbs. The scent identifies them as hilarious powers that come to the Dairy mainland. Small doses can prevent pregnancy. A large dose can end one. Okay, we got abortion drugs. Or at least, counter... upgrade materials. You have just a got an upgrade material. Yay. Yay, upgrade materials. Oh, there's a guy on mace. Woo. So yeah, you sadly can't just unlock the door from the inside. Which is a bit dumb in my opinion. But oh well. So now, technically, we don't need the warehouse key. He's not over here anyway. But yeah. Exploration. Sweet.
Piss off. Haven't you heard it's not polite to stare?
Yeah. So technically you could also unlock it with 3 lockpicks. We have no lockpicks. Our first person we should see is you, merchant.
Greetings, friend. You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry.
yeah, we've got money
Volter
yet.
is here. I suggest you take a
Volter.
look at my wares before you speak to Daggerda.
Where do you get your wares?
From legitimate sources, clearly. From traders and
I didn't
adventurers,
consider
mostly.
legitimacy
And
by now.
apologies, friend. People see me selling weapons on the harbor and call my morals into question. I assure you, all of my wares have been vetted for quality and polished thoroughly to remove any unwanted stains.
Okay then. So, it's showing on, it's showing off. So he just has his weapons, but yeah. So to be fair, I would like those 2 common pistols, honestly. But the game's probably going to give me enough common pistols that I don't really need to buy anything. Like the fine great hammer and arquebus would be nice just because they're fine, but yeah. Yeah, it's not necessary. Remember, this thing is just for selling. Everything else out of my inventory. Except for, well, exactly, keep monster parts. Always keep monster parts. Like, we could keep our, you know, cork things for appearances, which... What can I buy back at? Yeah, I'll keep that stuff, even though I don't really need it. I just should. I don't think I can actually transmogrify it. And we'll put them in the stash, though. Anyway, vampires done, meh. We're getting enough of those things. And then we could sell that stuff, but eh. Then we're good for now. We have other merchants to go talk to.
What harm could some... Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything you need. You don't want to...
Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
I knew you'd come around. You miss me.
I'll let you think that.
Now don't mind him. What are you interested? Yeah, some of the oldest in Paradise. He's a headache, but that's because you want him to come back alive.
So you do care.
Huh.
I lied to the garrote for you. Do I have to spell it out?
So here's the thing, I would really like that fine plate armor. That would be nice. Of course, the minus 50 maximum stamina and essence is a bit, But yeah, Ocean Wayfarer gloves, they're not bad. Finally powered to steel bonus fire damage, that's not bad. So here's the thing, we could buy common plate armor. But at the same time, we don't really need to buy common plate armor. Are we gonna buy common plate armor? Yeah, we're gonna buy common plate armor, but I know we don't need to. We need to buy that. The problem though is, remember where the fuck that is. It's been unfortunate the stereo card piece is by sitting up in the bedroom. Now he's dead on account of a weak heart. I went enough to do this stasis, still brutally effective garment, so I leave it to the gods to find a warpy power. Yay. I mean, maximum stamina from those boots wouldn't be the worst. Add something back for, you know, how much we're losing from, you know, armor. Buy my lockpicks. But there goes all for money. We bought lockpicks. Yay.
Protect that pretty face. Armor and shields.
Welcome to Dawnshore, traveler. My name is Dagerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat. And I promise a safe and pleasant I'm sure he did. He'd rather chase off my customers than admit he was wrong.
So what happened?
To be honest, stranger, I'm not inclined to go in.
Okay. So she has stuff. Like a potion, sure stuff. Now here's the thing. What doesn't make sense is, like, a lot of things will be like for example, like this carrot's 5, right? But yet these ones here have better, these have a better essence regeneration for the cheaper price. So it's like, what? Yeah, I thought a lot cheaper. Look at those eggplants. I think I'm good. Used a lot of our money already. Oh well. You have the quest icon. So yeah, now we have a common play armor, which, to be fair, isn't gonna last that long. And we can transmogrify the court gloves on, and the messenger boots on. The problem though is they're going to remain in my inventory the entire time, which I don't think the boots are really gonna matter. The court gloves, but yeah. I think I'll just toss them in storage when I get access to storage.
Please, how hard is it to answer a question?
I don't trifle with souls, man.
They're tearing my home apart. Never mind.
Look at all these fishing rods. Hey, look, apples. Oh, so this game it behaves like, let's say Witcher 3 will. Basically, no one gives a single shit if you just rob them blind. Except, well, Witcher 3 had guards that reacted if you were seen robbing, the guards. But otherwise, no one really gave a single fuck.
No, I don't sell dank spores. Please stop asking.
I wasn't asking.
You're standing in my
Taking
light.
your apples, by the way. Anyway, you have a name.
Can't believe how rude everyone is around here. How hard could it be to find a watcher?
I just got here.
I was afraid you'd say that. I need to speak to one, fast.
But why do you need someone who can read souls?
I'm clearly under some kind of curse. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do?
So, why would Zorps invade your house?
Why did they do anything? They've probably eaten all my food and destroyed my supplies. I don't know what else. First, my ship gets attacked by pirates. Then none of my plants will take. Now this happens? And they won't let me into Paradise to sort it out? No one. Trust me, I've tried. I wonder if it's really the Adirans. Keep us out and themselves in. I should never have come here.
Come here for a better life and find a worse one.
Into that.
Thank the gods. I wasn't sure how many more pitying looks I could stand. But then take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff all by itself. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorips saw to that.
You sure about that?
Come back when you've dealt with them. And make sure you get their leader, too. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll go quietly.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
will do it.
That may not be worth
There's
much coming
several
from a
ways to do
stranger,
it with
but
this quest.
I mean it.
I just need to remember how. I want to do with such. Do. I don't see anything on that boat. Don't really see anything on that boat. That looks almost like it's peeling away. I go swimmy swim.
Still, there is something to be said for the stability of the adherents. I'm grateful for Adir. I was getting tired of the lawlessness.
Yeah. I don't really see anything on the show.
I can't help it.
Wait.
Oh.
You have names?
You must be the Imperial
You have
envoy
dialogue.
that just arrived. Hello.
Darling, you don't think that...
I don't know. I'm sure you're very
There's
busy.
nothing wrong.
Is it that easy to tell? Gods, I must be losing my touch.
We're waiting for our son, you see. He's been living in Adir for a number of years now, but is finally coming home.
I just hope he doesn't meet any trouble. I couldn't bear the thought of losing him, too. Not after...
After we lost our little girl. She was working as a mercenary in the Deerwood.
Deerwood.
Last we heard, she was traveling to Gilded Vale to check in on Alvra, our other daughter.
But she never made it. We can only assume the worst.
Oh, that name sounds familiar. Deerwood was former Deer colony. Deerwood was popular and won their independence, fought the Saints War, and suffered the effects of the Hollowborn Crisis. Basically, Paris Eternity. A quiet hamlet in the eastern region, heart of the Deerwood's grain basket, the Hollowborn Crisis put severe strain on them. The Watcher of Cadnu will resolve the disaster phenomenon. That name. I think that was one of the mother that was worried about her child being affected by the Hollowborn thing. We basically gave her some herbs, told her to buck up, and hopefully you'll get through it. Hopefully they'll get through it. Yeah, and her sister was the one that would basically join the Watcher at the very start of the game. And yeah, died when we found the machine and went poof. And we ended up with Double Soul.
We appreciate that, Envoy.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, Envoy. We really appreciate it. Gods be with you.
I think the only purpose is to basically be a small connection between, hey, stuff that happened in Pillars of Eternity 1. And that's only if you really paid attention to some of the stuff in Pillars of Eternity 1.
I already told her I don't want to be involved.
God, there's a lot of these mushrooms everywhere. So many fucking mushrooms.
Move along, please.
I was here first.
Sometimes I wonder what...
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
He's not moving, apparently. Oh, I should have went up on top of that.
That lighthouse has been under repair since
Oh,
Adiran ships
lighthouse.
began filling the harbor.
Oh no, I'm uphill. Oh, I'm just trying to think where I want to go first. That's the problem. There's so many...
I've come in
So
search
many
of lost
places.
treasures. Have you heard any... It's
Adventure?
a fine day for adventure.
It's a fine day for adventure. Ah, here we go. Give her a touch to Senegans. Become see for yourself, whether you're a Paradise native or a newcomer or anyone else. You're welcome to my arena to see your problems and politics at the threshold, unless you want to be the next one to test my theory that Kif can fly. Going straight towards the ground at only once. Come to the top of Magran's essay to see what you're made of. Make sure I'm recording properly. I did increase my audio decibel level up a notch. Because I figured it would help me be heard a bit better. Finally. New recording prompts. Some eggs. Like a weapon or something in hell. Ah, well, those comments fail. Spheres, yeah, no, they're like a death weapon, but eh. Don't really care for spheres that much in this game. Also, a good test of this game's graphic quality. Look at those leaves. Them some nice detail leaves. Maybe not those ones in the back, but because those ones are just painted on the wall, but and some nice quality leaves. Look at those clovers. Those are some decent clovers. It's like we see, you know, places for the chickens to lay eggs, but we don't see any chickens. I'm experiencing some lag. My weapon doesn't have the fat really, but yeah, I feel like there's a bit of FPS drop. Just a bit. Nothing too bad, but enough that it's a bit noticeable. Oh yeah, our weapon's not doing the sway thing, so that's good. Well, it would be, you know, I could oversee the graphics. I mean, we could see basically it being in a place before it was in a place. Oh, but that's the chickens. Anyway, before we go to the rest area.
First get on leaves, there's letters.
West.
Lordy, I'd heard a godlike had come to Paradise.
Oh, hey, Sansa. Comes on a little strong, that's all. He doesn't bite.
But to meet you, what an honor. Who is your patron? Were you drawn to this place?
I like being mysterious.
I apologize. My curiosity got the better of me. Surely you see, though, a god-like envoy, you are quite unusual.
Yay.
Listen, you haven't been to the wilds east of the city, have you?
Let me guess, everything they want is to kill me.
I assume that's a no? Then have you seen a cartographer in the area? Human, about my height.
The bird describes half of it.
Average build? Now if he were a river, I could describe him perfectly. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since... Cartography is not for the slight. It requires a certain initiative.
You know how many so-called adventurers I've saved out there?
It's an intrepid occupation.
There you go.
3, this month.
As I said, if you find him and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruins. Take the letter. It might help.
It's less find
If you find him,
and more.
bring his work
Find
to
his
my
map.
shop in Paradise Town. You're welcome anytime. I have quite the assortment of curios. Maybe you'll even buy one of my maps.
Think about it. So, want to sign from fire science promise. Before this is government missing the large John show a reward for you offer for the return of government's cartographic notes. I made touch with 10 since we've overstimulated how far we can safely explore. We could open an entire expedition force with the bandits I've encountered on the main road alone. Now I spent my whole purse driving my way of scraps. To think I used to gripe about the Principality. Never again. Right here now, set up camp in the cavern while I scout the ruins. I wonder whether anyone in the way with thrones of Paradise says that's one dead language. What are we calling the ancients anyway? Godless? Not much of a name. You think I don't transcribe? Hope I'm not writing down any curses.
Well,
there you go.
That's our marching orders then.
Yay, quest. Those breakables. No, they're not breakables. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping those were breakables, but you know. Or extra health.
So, how long do you think it'll be before the locals realize how much good we're doing for them?
A while.
Realize? They're never gonna realize anything of the sort. We'll always be the invaders to them. I admire the Steel Garot's devotion to Wodika. but I'd be lying if I said Ludwig didn't make me shiver.
Let's see, what does the mail do I have that I can just take for myself?
Build another palisade just like the last, wouldn't it?
Watch out once you get past the palisades. The Strangerroot is apparently hostile to life, as the scholars say. Wait a moment. Oh, Birth, eat my soul. You're the envoy. Sorry, didn't mean to be so informal.
That could be why.
They say the Emperor sent a member of his own court, one of the inner circle.
Yeah, I mean, he does.
Your
like
reputation precedes you.
It's all above my rank, but it means High Crown's taking our situation out here seriously. I hope your voyage here was smooth as good butter. I know maybe too much about rough seas, what with serving in the galleys. The law and I aren't exactly the best of friends, no. Although, I think that's Adir's problem. I was mostly just stealing food. If you're born to the wrong social class, Adir makes climbing the ranks rather difficult. Anyway, that's all in the past. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. The work here's got in the Clavager passed through not long ago.
Oh god, so
I didn't much like it, but they refused an escort.
Ambassador.
Less competent than he seems. You think with all the time the ambassador spends working, he'd have more done. No, I hear he's about to sneeze away from this hot-tempered bastard. I think the ambassador's scared of him, but won't do a thing because the Clavager keeps the wheels turning. Good at its job, though, purportedly. Bad about his confections. Sweet tooth like a hummingbird's. He and the ambassador make a good pair. Honestly, I'm more scared of her than Wodica. At least I understand why the Burned Queen is so pissed. Ludwig runs the Steel Garrote, Wodica's order of paladins. The only thing they care about is their Burned Queen. There's honor among thieves, Envoy. But zealots, they'll raise the world for their god. About Adir, that same hungry empire that is looking to gobble up the living lands. The one that sends people out to maybe die for its ambitions. Kind of you to ask, Envoy. The truth is, not really. Adir's fair and good to the people it thinks deserve compassion.
Well, that was
break its trust, and well, Adir will make you crawl to retrieve the pieces. You can tell it's a place that worships Wodica. Actually, I miss the pies. The crust's all wrong here. Listen, Envoy. I'm here to build defenses against the land. You want geography lessons? Go ask a cartographer.
Well, for some reason, you're the person with all the dialogue.
Ask. Once again, I'm no cartographer.
But...
You know what they say about continents with small acreage? They've got big personalities. Little bit of everything here. Poison swamps, deserts, snow-covered mountains, volcanoes, acid seas. Because why not? A cartographer might be able to tell you more. No, none. It's all untamed wilderness and feral heathens. I'm joking. Of course there are. There's Fjord, which is run by animancers. Thirdborn, and happily too. Sounds like they've got a whole colony of inventors and researchers there. If I want a servant of the Adiran Empire, I might say it sounds fascinating. Groundbreaking, even. I know animancy is considered blasphemous and dangerous, but Fjord supplies most of the produce we eat here in Paradis. Miscreants and layabouts and all those great things. The kind of people who can make a life out of impossibly bad situations. Settlements just as rough and tumble. Wouldn't mind having a drink with the locals, to be honest. They sound like they've got stories. You know what I mean? Heard they're under siege right now, though, by those dream thralls. Wouldn't want to be them, between the desert weather and that. I mean, the Pargunan dwarves won't talk to anybody. They stay inside Solace Keep and just never come out. That it lives up to its name. Wilder place than Adir, which has been stomped into civility. The living land scares our empire, I think. Otherwise, it wouldn't be sending its most expendable folk here.
Present company excluded, of course.
So, okay, oh yeah, by the way, breakfast, the god of death, psychic doorways, mortality, and inevitability. They form the powered knight, black-eyed soldier, or the usher, wrinkled silent door, tasked with moving souls along the way into the next life. Do. So animancy is the science and art of soul manipulation. The popular in the Varian Republics, animancy is widely considered controversial, heretical, and too dangerous to tolerate. Basically, you're mixing soul magic with science. It's not terrible, but it's like basically, it's like necromancy, in a way. Well, basically, necromancy can be considered bad, but it can also be considered less bad. It just depends on who's doing such. Only third born is the main settlement in the scattered region of the Living Lands. It's probably where we're gonna go for our third act. Soul's Keep is Forfat, Ancient Fortress, the Gathering Chest, and the primary residence of the Wardens. Paragon and Subculture, Mountain Dwarf's Hill. Here we go, Dream Scourge. Dream Scourge. The Dream Scourge is an unusual plague spreading across the Living Lands, one that affects the body, the soul, and even the ecosystem. Those affected are known as the Dream Goers, but they seem to be enthralled by something unique and terrifying. Basically, they were those ones who fought the fort. Basically, the ones with the cordyceps. Amphion Venereal is a city in Emerald Stale, founded by Varian its patriots. 50 years ago, the city prized itself on being into Electro Haven where free thinkers and animators can research and peace.
I think the Living Land.
Have a question.
Ask them then. Just take a look down the road. You'll see the last palisades we tried to hold. And the ones before them. We're trying our best to keep the wilds at bay.
So
the Strangleroot is hungry. Every day, it gets closer. Every day, weirder creatures crawl out from its foliage.
Sound good.
Be careful if you're headed out there. Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah, for some reason it's just like, hey, we had to put an NPC to ask all your questions about the lay of the land. I think there's a weapon or something I could steal from him. There probably is, I'm probably not seeing it. I thought it was one of the spells. Oh well.
Clearly his tits. Someone was actually brazen enough to sneak into the camp for this. This.
People are angry. They can't see how much good we've done for everyone since we got here. They'll come around, though.
The gall of these.
Just another day in paradise, eh?
Hey. Okay, so while we're here, this here is a Camp Ardra set party. By the way, you have the premium fucking edition. You can turn the companion outfit to the main camp. Woo. You also have unspent companion points, you should probably apply those. Because we don't have abilities, but our companion has. Your companions that rough you able to spend companion points. So we could get damage done. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. So we got that. Then you give him that, so that way if he goes down to, if he dies, he'll just pop back up. Which is not terrible. Anyway. So welcome to camp. From here we can access outfits for our companions. So Kai, for example, could be like that. Basically what the majority of things are just, hey, Obsidian recolors. I mean, that's not terrible, but let's face it, Obsidian recolors. And sadly, there's no other outfits for them in the regular game.
Perhaps I've got you to thank for bringing it with you, Envoy.
I'm pretty sure the only thing is, yeah. the one outfit for, well, the two outfits for them that from the DLC thing. This is the party stash, which we're going to store these in. And yeah. Oh wait, where is it actually? Oh shit, where is it?
After your voyage, it must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing.
Wait, is
as
that
long as I've got...
I was gonna say, so I have a party stash and I stored things now. Where's my DLC armor? There we go. So here's the question, everyone. What do I want? Do I want... To be fair, I like the look of this. It's just, at the same time, I don't actually like the stats for it. I mean, don't get me wrong, they both count as, you know, plate armor, which is, you know, a bit dumb, in my opinion, that we're going to give you 2 spatial armors for, you know, buying the premium edition and all that. But they're both heavy armor plate. So the Obsidian armor, I don't exactly like its looks, but at the same time its stats are, in my opinion, better. Its maximum health is, you know, whatever. It helps a bit. Companions do 10% more damage isn't the best, but yeah. But this one here, I like the look better. Slowly regenerate up to 50% of your maximum health, 100% of your attack damage restores essence. The problem though is, I think what I'm going to... Yeah, remember you didn't have to buy that plate armor, me. You totally didn't need to buy the plate armor. Dumbass. Anyway. Unique armor is highly covered, each has its own story and each is fits with powerful enchantments. And you can upgrade them. Upgrading. So what I'm going to do is going to be dumb, but it's also going to take up a lot of my carry capacity. Because these things are heavy as shit. But anyway, also for these things. So, more stamina. Resistance poison bleed, whatever. They both have resistance poison bleed. In my opinion, though, we're probably going to keep these, just because I'm going to use them to cover all the things if I find better things. This one here, critical hit chance is probably better in my opinion. But, yeah, critical damage. Okay. We could take the Obsidian Order ones, but meh.
Got my feet facing the bow, that is.
So, we're gonna wear these things, which means these things can just be sold. This armor, we're gonna wear the Obsidian armor. Yeah, it just looks pretty bland. But we're gonna transmogrify with this. The only problem though is these weigh both 25 each. Which is dumb. So, for example, if we put that away though, it goes back to just that. So you have to have it in your inventory to keep the transmog going. See, now you picked it up and hey. Oh, it needs to be re-transmogged. So yeah, that's basically 50 inventory weight just from those armor. Which is sort of unfortunate. Problem is, I'm not sure if I really want to... Like, this one's not bad. I can't remember what armor I really like. Like, you know, give me a second. Avowed armor sets. This is not the right set. Okay, well, it helps. It doesn't help as much as it should, though. That is unfortunate. Okay. I think the Trenton family one's actually one of the ones I might want. Problem is, none of this is telling me exactly what this is. You know, in terms of stuff. Oh, there's a scroll down. Yeah. You get that. But that was a light armor. Yeah, I don't really like the sight. Oh, where's my upper? There it is. Okay. So, that is medium armor. So, wait, what? Oh god, this doesn't even really tell me what the stats do for this. Wow, that's dumb. Okay, I don't like the site at all. Like, hey, this is where to find it, but you needed to give me a better telling of what. Huh. Okay. When I say armor, I mean, you know, I mean armor sets. You stupid shit. Unique armor. There you go, me. And this one even has a map that tells us where shit is. Okay. So I'm probably going to be going heavy armor. There's one we can get early on. It's not bad. Well, I know one we could get pretty early on. That one's in the second area. That one. Okay. Okay, so if I want that armor, what does it do for me? No, what does it do for me? There we go. But doesn't tell me exactly what it does for me. Sorry guys, just struggling a bit. I mean, unique, wait, no. That was what it does. Bonuses and enchantments. Taking damage greater than 25% of your maximum health, your attacker receives 50% of the damage. And that one's not bad. Especially early on. It also gives +1 to Constitution, which is, you know, whatever. 25 armor, regenerate health, move speed. Not the worst. Counter family carry capacity and companions deal 20% damage. See, that one though is like, I might want that one. Just for the carry capacity. Companions deal more damage is whatever, honestly. Ooh, move speed. How about that one? Restore maximum health. And frost accumulation. That's situational. +2 constitution. Resistance to shock, that's situational. Carry capacity, so regenerate health while wet. That's situational. But it's not the worst thing, though. Yeah, I think I might just get the sticker out stuff. Maybe go with that for a while. Ooh, necropants. I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Giving damage back to enemies wouldn't be the worst thing, but yeah. Sorry this is taking so long. It's just I need to verify, because there's only so many things. I need to verify what I want. Oh wow, this is missing a few sets that I guess they added later. Huh. Interesting. Problem though is all these ones later are, yeah. Well, you know, the later. But yeah, there's not really that great of heavy armor, to be fair. Not really that great of heavy armor. Like, I could probably honestly get by with some of them with the light armor and some of the medium armor, honestly. Better than half the shit. But, you know. Anyway, what else do we have? So there's Steel Girl's Plate, which probably what I'm going to go for. That one though, this one here has literally the same stats as that one heavy armor. It's like, wait a second. What quality is this? Medium? No, it's a... Wait. It's a... But... What? I need to compare things again. Sorry. Just something about that's bothering me, because it's like, it's the same as that thing. Like Pauper's Plate, and this Third-Born Brigandine Jack. Okay. Let's look at those again. Pauper's Plate has... Oh, nope, that's Constitution. Never mind, never mind. Third-Born's just... That's the one that can... Might be useful. Okay. Necropants are medium. Some of the special fight with you, resistant to poison. Pay for convention, so regenerate essence, unit commands receive less damage. That's not terrible, but it's late in the game. Taking melee damage to fire damage to nearby enemies, resistant to fire. Not the worst situation, I'd say. Ooh, here's a really nice one. It's medium armor, but yeah. Plus 20% move speed and plus 3% damage reduction. That's not bad. Medium armor though. This plus 25% damage, critical hit damage while under health. Oof. Critical hit chance though. It's not bad, but situational. This one is cast barbaric shot when taking damage greater than 30% of your maximum health and 5% stamina regeneration rate. Not gonna lie, that's not the worst, but it's medium armor. It's not the worst, honestly. Blackwing armor is one I can get if I do things a certain way. It's more for stealth, which I'm not going to be worrying too much about. And lastly, this one is during the day, damage reduction. Oh, during the day, that's situational. So, yeah, I think besides what we have in our inventory, Steel Garrote might be our best bet. Might be our best bet. Anyway, or I just... Or, you know, I might just fucking rely on Obsidian Order Carrots as my main armor. Notice I have to see what the Steel Garrote armor actually looks like before I make any full decisions. How I want to actually look. Okay. So we can upgrade items here, which you select a weapon or piece of armor and then you upgrade it with things. Oh, okay, thanks, game. I know what I'm doing. So basically, we would need branches and parodies and ladder. Everything in common, we need parodies and ladder. Then to go from common to fine, well, we need money. And I believe we need Ardra for most, well, for our unique things, we're going to need Ardra. For example, like this, we need Ardra. We're going to need a whole shit ton of Ardra. And then as you go from fine to that, you need better Ardra, then even better Ardra, then even better Ardra. But yeah, that's going to take a shit ton of stuff. That's... yeah, but look at that damage reduction. Anyway, so basically, parodies and ladders gonna be what we're really after for a while. Which we don't really have yet. Upgrade. Upgrade? Oh. No, but everything is. Anyway. Also, we can chat unique weapons, because unique weapons have, like, the... Basically from Pillars of Eternity 2 is where they basically decide, hey, unique weapons, you have to, you get to choose, do you want to go down this path or this path? Which is a decent idea. And this is where we put our totems, which we do not have any fucking totems yet. This is nothing. That's nothing. Those are some bells. That's one of our companions' camps. So anyway, let's go talk to Kai. Alright, the cooking. I forgot about the cooking. Yay, cooking. So here's the thing, we're going to make a lot of Sirocco. A lot of Sirocco. Because we can. Because yeah, we just need spoiled food, which is nice. We need spring berries is gonna be the most thing. But yeah, so as long as we have spoiled things. Oop. Oop, no ingredient available? No more spoiled things? Well shit. Tarlos, whatever. Stew. Not terrible. Shell pie. Not terrible. We can make some Merc Brew. Make a lot of essence regeneration with that, but I'm not really needing essence that much. We can cook the fish, but I don't remember. The thing is, I don't know if I need, like, just, yeah, like that. Raw fish versus cooked fish. But then again, it's like, that just gives me health regeneration when I could, you know, put upper stuff in. Perception dexterity is, whatever. I don't want to use my spring berries though. Do not want to use my spring berries. I need those for other things. So, yeah, here's some lemons. There we go. No, we're not using my spring berries, you dick. Okay, Merc Brew could be any fucking mushroom, so yeah. Hey, as I said, any fucking mushroom. And there's porridge. Yeah, it could be even almost anything like that. We could technically even use, well, I like how it shows me what it's used in. Yeah, cucumbers and eggs could be used technically. Yeah, we could technically take our salted trout to make something that's less useful. Yeah, the eggs make more sense. No, egg. And carrot. Huzzah! Am I going to be able to use any of these things? Yeah. This right here was dumb. It used to be you could use grog as an ingredient for grog. Which was like, wait a second, that does not make any sense. But yeah, they're using grenades and grog, and it's like, for the most part, I don't like any of those. And I don't want to use my Sirocco for that shit. But yeah, it's basically to make something that can kill your, well, that stuff. So grog is useful, it's just, I don't want to use my good alcohol on that, you know? Same with like grenades. And fish, well, we could just cook the fish if we really want to. Boop. And we could still technically use the fish in like other stuff. Like stew, for example. Huh. Well, maybe we can't, maybe it has to be raw meat. Oh well. Take some of those. We could take our peppers in. We could take, not my spring berries. This could be anything, basically. So here I have some apples. And we can make a couple stews, yay. But anyway. Yay, cooking. Anyway, Kai, you want to talk?
You know, for most people, getting sent to the Living Lands is a punishment. But, according to Cynric, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position.
Yeah, well, no, court. I'm going to make a connection with the Emperor Lies me resolve delicate matters.
Now I've got to wonder what you did to get on his bad side. The Living Lands is a far cry from fancy parties and court events.
Nah, it might be rough to feel for hours. Nothing a little time and distance can't smooth over.
You'll get plenty of both out here. Though I should warn you, you can't rely on charm against Azurup.
Watch me.
I look forward to being proved wrong on that account. But that brings me to the real question. Why would the Emperor of Adir send a noble all the way to the Living Lands?
Oh, I'm here investigating the Dream Scourge.
Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they?
I don't even know who they fucking are.
I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things I've heard. And out here, that's saying something. Sorry, these are unusual times. I haven't met anyone who's really seen the Dream Scourge yet, but that hasn't stopped people from worrying about the rumors. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case.
Well, that's why I'm here.
I like your confidence. Just be careful how you express it. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse.
Yay,
I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador.
Well, their orders are very needed.
Don't get me wrong, we have had a welcome reprieve from the usual muggings and murders since your country folk started arriving en masse. But I don't know how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiles, and dissidents. People who tend to be suspicious of authority.
So basically Australia.
But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course. Someone once told me you need more than a little crazy to last out here. I get the feeling you'll fit right in. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again. Even if it's just for a while.
Questions.
It's the gateway to the Living Lands. A scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other.
Creatures and age of the Living Lands. Frequently in hibernation and rarely spotted in the wild. We'll probably run into them in like, what, second, third map?
Then, if they've got any sins, they turn around and take their chances back where they came from, with authentic tales of their adventures in the Living Lands. It also has a reputation for making corpses out of people. These days, we have a few more would-be adventurers trying to leave their mark on the place. The Living Lands means a hard-won second chance for the people who settle here. But first, you've got to survive it. And the island gives no quarter. The folks who say that either last the longest or the shortest. For a lot of people, the Living Lands is a last resort. They come fleeing war, debt, famine, the law. Take your pick. For others, it's freedom. To seek glory, to redefine yourself, little of everything. Rawatai is famous for storms and rocky soil, so I figured if I'm going to live in a hostile environment, why not pick some place where things grow? It seemed like a good idea at the time. Used to be, if you could last out here, you could count on being left alone.
But you're changed that.
That's what some fear. Hilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Steel Garrote smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into someone. They say people afflicted with it have strange, vivid dreams and start confusing them with reality. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation and eventually a bent towards chaotic violence.
Oh no.
And then, fungal growths take over your body. So Dream Scourge. No, Dream Scourge is different. It spreads all over. Still, if you see any new mushrooms sprouting up anywhere unexpected, let me know. Until then, look on the bright side. The Living Lands is filled with people and things that are likelier to kill you first. Shoot.
Why did you come to
That must have been 6 years ago now. I guess I was drifting, looking for a change. I was living in a settlement called Thirdborn. It's a rugged little place, lots of Rowatayan expatriates.
Oh yeah, by the way, Rowatayan is a nation east of the Living Lands, settled long ago by the Mora fleet in the Deadfire Archipelago. The kingdom is known for its military strength and adherence to nationalistic identity. Huzzah! Others are observed. Reptilian humanoids who settle in the wild parts of Aurora, they are known for worshipping creatures larger than themselves, dragons, ogres. But yeah. Anyway.
You're pretty nosy, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
And I thought that Inquisitor was intimidating. Things just didn't work out there.
So what did
Let's
you
leave
do
it at that.
before you came there?
I joined up with the Rowatayan Navy as soon as I was old enough. I was part of our campaign to establish a foothold in the Deadfire Archipelago.
Well, they've had a presence there for about a quarter of a century.
Part of a long-term effort to reclaim our ancestral homeland and feed Rawatai from Deadfire's fertile soil. I believed in that mission. Additionally, we were helping Deadfire, bringing organization to the pirate-ridden archipelago and civilization to our distant Huana cousins.
Yes, in reality was different.
Yeah. The Huana didn't want us there. We spent almost as much time fighting the tribes as we did pirates and Wilder. And it was hard to see how any of our fighting and dying was feeding people back home.
Huana, indigenous culture of the Deadfire Archipelago keen status. And survivors used to thrive in the harsh region for thousands of years. Long ago, they were imperial power ruled from the great city of Hungan, so you know that place. It can be found in the line of Nekateka. Also, the wilder are sentient creatures who form complex communications but are nonetheless excluded from Kip society. Well, there you go.
I'd always heard that war was supposed to temper us. I deserted.
Oh no.
And I bounced between different mercenary companies for almost 10 years. Hey, not all of us catch on so quick. Besides, there were only so many options for a Rowatayan deserter with no training and anything else. As a mercenary, I figured I could at least choose my battles and my crew.
And how'd that work out?
I ended up here, didn't I?
Well, there you go.
It was more of the same. The only comfort was being part of a squad. By the time I came to the Living Lands, I'd seen enough. Had enough. I did. Yeah. For a while. Look, if I can give you some hard-won advice, stay on your toes. You're in a difficult position. Whatever your role asks of you, make sure it's something you're willing to give. Because you're the one who has to live with the consequences.
That's what advice, buddy.
Advice is easy. What gave it away? My finely pointed teeth? Or the striking blue of my scales?
Yeah, we have a marinator too.
Fair enough. My people are known to roam. Rawatai's hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere or making a living on the go. That's where you get the popular image of the Amawa bodyguard or mercenary.
Remember near-constant storms.
Then you must have come during our sunny season. Lashed by storms and battered by waves. We do a lot of digging for irrigation, drainage, warfare, the occasional village tournament. Anyone from Rawatai has spent enough time in some kind of hole in the ground to be on a first-name basis with the worms.
There you go.
So, trenchers. Those of us who leave are scramble roots. Hardy wheat. You'd fit right in with the Ranganui's inner circle.
Nui.
It's true that the same things that make Rawatai a difficult place to live have shaped our people and our kingdom.
Let's go. Nui. For big, often using judgment for fish or titles.
Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rawatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and cannons. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most powerful navies in Aora.
The one thing I didn't really like about Pirates of Return to D2 is the fact that basically there's a whole lot of in-game politics. With you having to choose between helping certain orders and them not, and balancing it out. If you have one order, they're not going to, this other order's not going to be a fan of it and stuff like that. And then there's pirates and other things you could help, and it's just, yeah. It's a bit too much game politics. This one you could say sort of, but not as much. It's basically, this one is a lot more, hey, each area is going to be focused on like a group. Like this one's focused on a deal, the next map's going to be focused on the variants. Third one, I'm not sure. Pirate? Bandits? Stuff? Fourth one's going to be like just one doors and stuff, but yeah. But yeah, the Variant Republics, one thing I really didn't like is they have a whole bunch of made up words. And the game's going to constantly pop up like this and tell us about it. We're going to have a lot of, hey, you could read what this word means. It's a variant word for this, or stuff like that. Anyway.
It's been hard won across a variety of conquests, cooperatives, and trading colonies. Some of the traditionalists worry that prosperity is making us as complacent and soft-handed as our rivals. Same as traditionalists everywhere.
Sure.
What's on your mind?
Questions.
Then I've got answers.
Well, we've extended
worms.
We've extended our conversation here. We can leave. Rest until morning? Yes. Also, by the way, you can technically fast travel to these camps and rest. And then just exit back to where you were. It's a great mechanic. Yay. Oh god, where do I want to go first? Jeez. We're already over an hour in. So hey, my can just say. We did read a note about that and how we need to do a challenge
The living
thing,
lands will stop to let you rest. Pick up. Unless you're here to trade, don't bother me.
I outrank you. Well, the lighthouse won't be the worst idea. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go to the lighthouse first. Well, yeah, but up there, but over there in game. Oh, light bit though. So yeah. Gonna be a few before we get into a proper organization for what the fuck I'm doing. I see that stuff in now. But yeah. So a lot of this is me just gonna be wandering for a bit. Debating my options. You know? Debating my options. I think that's very cool, potentially. Anything up here at this bell? Yes. And no at the same time. Oop. Yes. So you could make a jump over to that, but I don't know why I want to go over to that one yet. But hey, this would be breakable? Yes, no? No. Sorry, Kai. My bad. Okay, so how do I get in here then? If this isn't breakable. Huh. Shit. Ah, maybe there was a window or something. Huh. Maybe up there. Maybe up there. Maybe down there. Maybe over here. Oh great, now I'm over here.
Yeah.
Whoa. That did not feel like I was gonna grab that at all. And we could keep jumping from roof to roof, but yeah. Wait, is this the thing I could go through? Doesn't look like this is the thing I could go through. Shit. Okay, let's figure this shit out. Come on. Supposed to be smarter than this. Supposed to be smarter than this. There has to be a way in here. Just need to figure the fuck out. Huh. Not really seeing any way in though. Doing my best not to fall on my ass too. The door's barred, which means we have to find a no way in. And everywhere I've lurked, I don't see an entrance. Huh. I thought I was gonna break the roof and go through that way. So, window up. There's probably a window up there I didn't go to. Yeah, okay. That makes sense because, you know, that's the side I didn't go to at all. Okay. That's why this is over here, so you can safely go down this way. There's the window I was looking for. What's in the box? Gold, bronze, spider legs. Some shit, some other shit. Bunch of shit. Yay. That's a potion. Oh no, this one requires 3 lockpicks. Well, what do you have in there with 3 lockpicks? Better have like harder or something. I mean, parodies and ladders not terrible. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad, haul. Wasn't there a spill? Yes. And then we can unbar this. Oh god, my eyes. My eyes just melted. Oh god, that was like an entire fucking flashbang though. Anyway, yeah, let's go get the lighthouse while we're here. Also while we're here. This here's parodies and ladder. Oh geez, 5. 5. I have a mod that's supposed to increase it by like 3, not 5. Sure, why not? Also, it's weird that I have a mod that only increases the parodies and ladder, but yet not like. It's like the person who made the mods didn't really decide to make one for like the 2nd area or the 3rd area's resource. Like, oh, they're gonna need the stuff for the 1st area. Not, you know, you should worry about the 2nd, 3rd, and all the other areas. But yeah, we're getting increased ingredients and other shit too. Anyway, we're in the community power talking about a treasure map on top of the lighthouse. Now, however, workers haven't found it yet, but we're never going to have a chance like this again. Go let them take a look now that everyone's cleared out. Make sure no one sees you and watch that scaffolding. You don't have to fall like Fennec. Can't buy that van, you would never sit alone if you're dead. Think about it. Otherwise, we could drink and no one to bark orders at us. In honor of the friendship and bounty bestowed upon Paradise by Furon Massive Venue, may try and prove darkness guide us through these untamed land. Wherever the clouds are closed up for notice, repairs to scout case and copper are currently underway. Whoever found his voice in the stair road to handle the repair, stay away from this place. Well, that was gonna need to hop downhill. Yay for breaking parts and getting help. Backpack? Sure, why not? Cabbage? Cabbage. Stay away from my cabbages. I can't complain against spoiled cabbage in this game, because I need that to make food, so... Stairs manifest. Lost destroyed by guards, destroyed a mail delivery asset, profit loss for robbery. C4. High hopes for this place. The last marker was hostile to cabbages. I'm sure here will be different. Yeah, about that. And you can also see the stuff down there we need to get. Ah, shit. Right, that. Hey, say it. Wee. By the way, we can freeze water. The thing. We're gonna need a few certain things to do that. I can't remember if there's anything in this water that to loot or not. Shit. Well, we're repairing my mini-map, and nothing's appearing on my mini-map. Nothing's appearing on my mini-map. And we can't really go past that to the, accuracy. Yeah, I don't think there's anything up here on my mini-map. Okay. Clambering. Yay, clambering.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to need a few things. We're going to need this, because this freezes water. It's a throwable, yay, we can throw that shit. Hey, great axe. Great axe is, well, less damage than a great hammer, but better critical hit chance and less stamina cost. Also less stun. Yeah. Brrr. There's just a lot of shit to explore early on. Anyway, we got what we needed. Anyway, so what we want to do is we want to go about that. Oh, we have an ice platform.
Yeah.
Convenient. Yeah, it's absorbed on and stuff. And then of course it fades and goes away and all that. Environmental effects. Yay, environmental effects. Cabbage. Anyway. Apologies if I've done this way too many times. It's just debating how I want to do things. Okay, that. We found those things don't last nearly long enough. There's a shark. Hi, shark. You'd think we could take something from the shark, but no, it's just there. Someone just left a shark tail. We carry on along the coast and get actually where we're supposed to go for that one quest. Alright, we want to go back up here now. Okay, lighthouse, proper. Proper light. Well, he says proper lighthouse, but he sees, you know, a plant or whatever down there, and he's like, hey, maybe I should go grab that. Maybe I should, but maybe I shouldn't. Huh. I don't think it's what we're after. Anyway, lighthouse. Let's circle around the lighthouse once or twice. Make sure there's nothing out here. Okay, the problem though is my movement speed is going to get me dead here. I know it is. I know my movement speed is going to make me fall off the fucking thing. Which is why we have fucking quick saves, but still. Because platforming, yay.
If this can hold me, you'll be fine. Just don't look down.
I look down. Save. I'm being entirely too trusting in some of that jumping. Entirely too trusting. What are you? Ah.
Looks like that broke off.
A totem from Wodika's thing. We're gonna need X amount of those. Like 5 more pieces. Besides the base, I think, yeah. Kai, you're concerning me. Kai. Thanks, buddy. Watch Kai fall off because I got in his way. Oof. Hey, left the treasure map. So, I think that's very somewhere near a bridge. There's a little cave. Captain and crew must have been at a stage when it came to hiding treasure. Maybe the Vantage helped me find its splendid riches, so maybe I'll just die on it from exhaustion on the way up, whichever's correct.
They weren't much of an artist, but I think that's upstream by the park room.
So. Order canvas shoes, mats and messings, whatever. That's my inventory? Could be better, could be better. Could be worse, could be better. Anyway,
yeah.
Oh. That one felt like I was gonna fall. I'm not gonna lie. Probably should not have made that jump. I'll take it, but yeah, that one didn't feel great. So hey, we made it uphill. Yay. Well, there's a plant. Health potion. And this chest. With Arcanus boots. Hey, look, a unique clothing item. So Arcanus boots aren't bad. Increases your health restoration from all sources and gives you move speed. So technically, it's not bad. To be fair, our boots right now give us move speed and stamina, but it's not bad.
Well, nothing ventured, envoy.
We're all the way up here. We could jump off into the sea. I don't remember if there's anything else up here. Don't really think so. The problem though is, yeah, how are we gonna get down? Safely. Oh, that would have broken something doing that in real life. Oh well, we're fine. Just debating, do I want to continue exploring along the coast or if that's still the road armor? early on. I think I want like a level before I go to the still growth armor. The problem is it's gonna be a while before I get a level. Let's deal with the Marvin's assay thing. Perp.
Yeah.
Perp. Perp. Oh ho ho. Hey, grog, health potion. So before we go up, they're just throwing dice. Good for them. I'm gonna take everything that isn't no down. Ooh, candy nuts. Ooh, just a cooked rabbit. That's mine. Fresh water. Remember we set this to hard difficulty. I'm probably gonna regret that. Which are, yeah, you know, they swing averagely. Not terrible. Yeah, more crafting ingredients.
Yeah.
Think we're good here? Right.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you should go find that treasure. Yeah, I'll think about it.
What kind of stance is that? Get serious or get lost.
The plat? It's probably all the way up. Anyway. Whoa. Whoa, game.
Yeah.
Don't do that when we're climbing. That's bad. Oh. Oh. Yeah, plant. Whee! It's definitely a bit forgiving on grabbing things. And then I have to touch them out again. Save. What's up?
Another recruit. By the flames, Cynric finds the strangest types.
Yeah, I've received tours from the finest weapon masters to do.
Is that supposed to impress me? If you think you're so tough, why don't you prove to me what you've got? Spar with me. I'll take on you and your big blue
You could
friend.
just take on me.
If you're sure, I've got plenty of reach.
He said something similar to that in Mass Effect. Sure, why
it'll
not?
be fun, all right. In Magran's name, prepare yourself.
Magran being the god of fire.
You're mine now.
All right, I do.
Oh, we've
Well
already
done.
won.
You have passed.
They should thank us.
It's like we already
It's clear
won.
I underestimated your prowess. Fierce as a Rathoon you are, envoy.
The fuck is a Rathu?
Now for your prize.
Oh,
Our
fire
surplus
giants.
includes a large hammer, an arquebus, a spear, and a wand. What say you, huh?
Well, here's the thing. Anything you're gonna give me, is just common equipment, by the way.
Aha, the blessed firearm. Its flames burn bright. It's no
It's just a
god hammer
common
bomb, but it
arquebus.
will serve you well.
The god hammer bomb
Fear
for
not
blew
the
up,
flames, envoy.
St. Widewin. Gave Aethys some pause before he came back. But yay! So basically, yeah, don't buy a common arquebus because hey, here's a common arquebus. I know, right? Speaking of that, arquebus. And once again, people just don't give a shit about you locking things and all that. That also think it's very good to have. Almost. Oops, health potion. But yeah, it's like, hey, here's a free crappy weapon. Woo! Yay, free crappy weapons. We need to start getting unique weapons, but most of them are a bit spread out. There are a couple pistols that I'm probably going to be using for the majority of the game that I can get in at one, which is pretty great. Grog. So that right there leads towards the one area we need to be going towards. Which means we could go that way. That's the patch where we camped at. This is a pool. How's my inventory? I see one. Ooh, shit. Gonna say, I see one going to need to sell things soon. Encoding overload. Consider turning down various settings or using a faster encoding thing. I mean, it's not terribly laggy. It's just there's occasionally parts where it just. I think it has to take a second to render, like right here. Yeah. Well, I was going a bit too fast for the game to keep up. Especially with this move speed. You know.
They say the ambassador is a good friend and a terrible enemy.
Anyway, hi, my
Nice to see you again.
Walter. So yeah, it would be nice having those, but we don't want to buy or find equipment. That's dumb. When we could just, you know, obtain better stuff. We could sell that. We could sell that. Well, let's sell basically, well, actually breaking down some of the shit would actually be a better thing to do early on, but I don't think I give a shit, so I'm just gonna sell it for monies. But did I just thinking, did I buy common pistols? No, I don't think I did. Anyway. Don't sell any of this shit. Wouldn't need that shit. This stuff here, yeah, you can get rid of that stuff. That stuff, we can't even break that shit down. It's just gonna take up inventory space. Okay, so yeah, we could technically sell that boot, but I think I'm probably gonna keep most of my uniques. Most of my uniques. Except maybe armor. I might toss the armor because it's gonna weigh me down. It's already weighing me down. Okay.
You say the militia have closed Paradise to newcomer. I sailed all the way from the Eastern Reach, if you can believe it.
It's like, am I hearing shimmer shimmer? I might be hearing shimmer shimmer. Thought I might have been hearing shimmer shimmer. I could also be wrong, though. I could also technically be wrong. Whoa, man. Read at your own discretion. So some like Romeo and Juliet shit there. That's one thing I was looking for is this chicken coop. I knew there was a weapon in one of these. Knew there was a weapon in one of these. Not nearly enough eggs though. I feel like I'm crouched. Because I am crouched. For sure. Okay, so... Fuck it. Oh, you could not grab that. That's cool. There's a place I want to go. Somewhere. Here. I think it's that. But firstly... Hey, that's more shit. Does it feel like it's getting darker? It does feel like it's getting darker. And just all the stuff I could just take. It's pretty fucking great. Loot. Hey,
unless you found the missing key, I can't really talk right now. No.
Get a hold of yourself.
So I had that storeroom key. I think this one here we actually need.
It's probably your stomach.
The storeroom key for.
They've got things here that even WoW wouldn't dream about. I'm not taking any chances.
Oh no, there could be stuff down there. Oh no. Grab that.
Thought you were I didn't know what you were.
By the way.
That pallet was the only thing keeping the creatures out. Or in.
Yeah, well, I'm going downhill.
One for you!
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complain that the rifle is entirely too slow. Oh, frickin' horse shit. You just don't dodge properly. But the rifle isn't terrible. I mean, it's not a pistol. Yeah, see, even Kai's like, fuck. But yeah, it's like, the rifle goes down a field too, it's because it's slow. Bullshit. The rifle isn't bad. It's pretty fucking great. Like, there's a one in Act 2 that is... Well, we're gonna have to make some decisions, basically. And by decisions, I mean, yeah. We need in there. As you can imagine, we can't open this door. On this side, at least. I don't even know if we can open it from that side. But yeah, that whole entrance we've seen near the coast, we need to go through there. I think. There's also an entrance here. The game is pretty nice about that with its potential ways in. Alright, I need to do this to get in there. Hey, look. Yay, a good use for a rifle. I think that freaks the people upstairs out too. I almost missed that. So hey, now we can open this door. And inside is... Wayfarer's boots. And Wayfarer boots are... So regenerate health while walking. That's not the worst. But social situation, in my opinion. Like, it's useful for out combat more so than in combat, in my opinion. Which basically, if you could remember to constantly switch to it, would be pretty great, but that would require you to remember to constantly switch to it. Ugh. So yeah, I think I would handle the dock shit first. Then we'll head to, well, Spooder Cave next time, probably. Because here's the thing, we can't go into Paradise. We're not allowed in now. Game doesn't want us to go in now. Because, you know, you need to go rush with Envoy. That area there will honestly probably explore next time. We got our hands full to just dealing with this. It's probably gonna be another 15-30 minutes of just exploring this fucking shit. So turns out it's still pretty. That's a nice effect, not gonna lie. Still no fucking clouds though, but yeah. I don't think there's even weather effects in this one. At least not in this map, anyway. But anyway, so we have yeah, probably another 15-30 minutes for this video. Just exploring uphill. Cause there's a lot to do. There's a lot to fucking do. Though I would still say it's nowhere in comparison to the size of like Belgard, honestly. Yeah. Manageable. Also, hey, there's that key. Some stews, some of that. To my fellow soldiers, I've grown tired of the lack of respect from this ragtag militia. I know many of you are saying, perhaps with the key to the precious store missing, they'll learn some damned humility. It's my children. We can return the key after they start treating us like the professional soldiers we are. They're not treating us right. We're gonna go put the key in hell. Also, the one thing I need to remember to do in combat, especially in big fights, is pop like a few of my potions, which I'm probably not going to remember to do. Like this right here, it's not bad. That's additional might and constitution, which would help in combat, but I need to remember to do that. It's like remember to take things before a conversation check, but the problem is you would need to remember exactly which conversation check is required. And that's, yeah. But anyway, we have the storeroom key. Which means we need to remember to go all the way back over yonder for the store thing. Not like the initial one, we've already looted that place. But the second one. Now then, save. Because we want to go uphill. And don't fall off of hill. It's pain getting back uphill. First thing is check over hill. No, nothing hill. I think there's stuff down there I potentially want to, well, example, this chest. I mean, look at all that shit. Go back up. Ooh. Remember Andra and how she dropped a fucking moon on that one? And then basically when we went into the moon, she tried to drown us. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Trying to think if I need to get down from here yet or not. I think the stuff I want on this level, but yeah. I don't know if I need to get down. Oh jeez, yes.
With all the new folks in town, it's been harder to get a good day's catch.
Anything uphill, though? Not really. Yeah. Anyway. Yay, loot. Any other things before we go down? No? Huh. Strange. I could swear there should be more. Oh well. I hear that shimmer shimmer. I'm coming for that shimmer shimmer. Not sure how you fit a greatsword in that small box, but I do not remember these things being in here at all last time I played. Like, holy shit, they startled me a bit. Can I? Oh my god. Well, now I just feel bad. I murdered a cow, basically. I shouldn't have done that. Let the rest of you live. My bad. And of course, there's no fucking consequences at all for doing that, which is still a weird thing.
They think they're so smart.
We are so smart. Parents want to be sailing north of Rotary's eastern coast for all of our lives, and those who were parents and grandparents, Andres Mortar has been an impassable obstacle. Andres Mortar was basically a big old rough patch of sea that was full of storms and other bullshit. That basically we had to find a way to go through in Pillars of Eternity 2 to chase after Aethys. And yeah, eventually with stuff that happened, it's gone now, so new routes can open, though the area is still unexplored. Staying here would not be safe, but we have no choice. If smugglers with tracking can do it, so and so can we. If nothing else, then this is only be a tale worth telling when we return home to the Republics. Anything? No. Hotel with the shanty town. Some point. Oh ho ho. Well, this looks like something that's gonna require, you know, one of those. Oh shit. Aha, we grabbed it. Yay. Wait, are we anywhere near where I think we are? Fucking tempting, but at the same time, we are not gonna survive that. Not this early on. It's tempting though to go after that, but nope, we'll come back to it later. Any fish? Fish. So here's a merchant.
Welcome, Adiran. Something you need? You have that look about you. You carry yourself like you have something to teach us. I don't mean anything by it.
So he has some fish, which more expensive than I think they really should be, compared to like this raw trout here, which we are gonna buy all this raw trout just cause. But yeah, nothing I really want too much of. Wait, we can sell some of our shit we
Welcome
picked
back,
up.
Adiran.
Can't we? Yes, we can. Like, I don't need that, and I don't need all these weapons weighing me down. Okay, have a good one. Whee! Can't tell if there's anything down there or not that's way out, but,
We'll have to throw the lot out. This is more. There's a curse on these waters.
Oh no. Not a curse in the water. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we need that. That's important. Seriously? You've been forgiving with the grabbing of things so far. Now you don't want to be? Okay, I see how it is. Shimmer? We. I hear shimmer.
The galleon is obviously the superior vessel, you saltwater swilling ninny.
We'll see how long your galleon stays afloat when I take aim with a double bronzer.
I'd love to see you try.
Oh, conversation.
New arrival? Good! Maybe you can help us settle a disagreement.
What got me why I thought I was playing it fine.
You are, but... how do I put this delicately? Every sea voyage has a certain... smell.
Stench, really.
And your smell is very, very fresh.
Oh, this is
Spilled meat,
devastating. I'm so
paste-up
ashamed
pillows.
of myself.
You're from the court, aren't you? As am I, but not to worry. We all learn to shed our dignity.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
So you want me
After a
to
few-
disagreement?
I say the Valian galleon is the best ship on the seas, while this uncultured swine champions the raw Italian junk.
Junk can hold more cannons, more deckhands.
Junk's so
and more
slow
crew.
as fuck, though.
Tack's better, too. A junk could outrun a galleon any day.
Never mind,
The
I'm wrong.
galleon has a
I
stronger
was
hull.
thinking,
At the cost of its sails,
trade
which fall
ones.
apart in a light breeze.
You see our predicament?
Yeah, I still would go with a galleon, though.
Indeed it does. And nothing cuts the waves with more style than Valian engineering.
Hey, that shows what you both know. But I'll hold my tongue until we can put your claim to the test.
Some people will
Yeah,
never
my
learn.
name.
Thank you, envoy. Here, by your trouble.
Everyone's
I'll take
entitled
free
to their
money
opinion, even if they're wrong.
You would say that from a center from row to tie.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we're going by Sid Meier's Pirates rules, a good sloop, like a good royal sloop, could technically do better than both a galleon or a junk. I thought I opened a door. Yeah. See you up there, Trey. Here's your chest. Okay. The problem though is getting back up though is a bit of a bitch. You know. Just a bit of a pain. We. That's why we have this door open so we can go. Okay. How to get back up though? You might be asking yourself. There we go. Now we want to go over. Well, problem here is this doesn't get me down though now, does it? Ah, here we go. Okay, so now we want to get down there, so crouch. Wee. Yay. Then again, Sid Meier's pirates were just less actually using boat combat, more just ramming into the ship and doing pirate duels. Yay, pirate duels. So many fucking pirate duels. Using, you know, quick thrust with a repeal.
Yeah.
I think we're mostly good with this section of the docks. Mostly good, he says. I could have missed some things. I won't deny, I could have missed some things. That is entirely possible. I can't even talk to these guys. Hey, since we have the key, huzzah! I mean, I'll take all that stuff. Anything else in here? Not really. Oh, well, at least we did it. Yay. So as much as I would like to go try to get that weapon, I know we are outclassed by the enemies over there. And that sort of stuff. I think this is, I can't remember if this is, they're seeing triggers now, or... I think it triggers later after we rescue the guy. We'll go across that bridge. Wait, no, I can investigate that place. Ooh, green berries. Hey, bye.
Oh, look, Paradise ladder. When heated, the resin forms a hard coat that strengthens weapons and armor.
Oh shit. Wrong weapon. Boom, headshot.
Oh, no, you don't!
So technically they don't see me, so I... Kai, what the fuck are you doing? Ow. And then we'll look more parodies left. No, I was hoping for more slowdown there. That's not giving me any slowdown. There we go. Gotta hit those weak points.
Those Arabs must have been scavenging supplies too. We make a good squad.
Basically what I need, well, I need several level up so I can get the points I need and some things. Yay, it's Orb Tongues though. And that's where we break these things, that should help. We're probably gonna need to know what's coming up.
We might be able to reach it from outside.
That is good advice, bro. But yeah. Make sure we break these things, gain some health back, because that is still one of the best traits in my opinion. Definitely one of the best traits. Anyway. Read something from the outside, he says. Hey look. Convenient climbing. Whoop. There we go. And now we reach the roof, which I don't think there's anything uphill technically on the roof, but from here, there's a box. Hi, box. I was gonna say it doesn't even have a glow. Weird. And we, yeah, I think we're good. But, I didn't loot the Zarb, apparently. Hey, look, a spell. Not a Zarb spell, but still a spell. I should have looted you hours up. Oh, nope, there you are, never mind. 7 pelts. That's generous, you know. Okay. So I know the video is going a bit longer than I would have liked. We're about ready to wrap it up. We just need a few more things. Like the spill. I thought there was something in here besides just the spill hill. Good bow. Yeah, I see the enemies over there.
This used to be a good fishing spot until something started dragging people away.
You think I could take those? Technically, but oh well. Those are water beetles.
Unseen, unheard.
There's the slowdown I was hoping for. Water beetles shoot though.
Next one's mine.
Whoa, Kai. yeah, not the most stealthy weapon. But hey, so long as Kai's tanking, yeah. More beetle shell. Anything? Not really. You know. Oh, there's a home. Near my road today, I'm on the front lines more dangerous than the last. And I thought I'd say that I would be facing an organized army than... We'd rather be facing an organized army than the encroaching wilderness, but this place is truly unlike any other. Still, though, the grace of water we hold strong. The Palisades are well defended and our resolve is unbreakable. When the next wave comes, we will be ready. More reinforcements from the homeland should be arriving within the weekend with them relief. No one should read this, that sitting this air from was the first thing I did when rotating away from the front. Yeah, about that. Just trying to get into my food. This one, if we can stay inside here, we might be able to pull off, but yeah. Now they see me. They're not bad. On your right. Yeah, Kai's got this. He can get the fail. Yeah, he's stamina. Ah, coming Kai.
Is that all you had?
Well done. Remember, this is supposed to run hard. Anyway. Mormon's blessings aren't bad, honestly. A really nice mushroom. Remember, you could have also technically tried to set things on fire, which... Yay. Also... Loot. Bale claws we'll need. Welcome to the club. Your first job is to bring us a bale egg. Don't come back until you do. Yeah, I need to make that what it is. Well, I mean, it could be like an owl bale egg. But yeah. God, I'm gonna have to remember not to eat the owl bale egg if we go back to Baldur's Gate 3.
Venture past the Palisades at your own risk. There's no guarantee of safety.
I've circled around 10 times already. Wee. Rendering, ding, ding, ding. Render, ding, ding. Okay. Oh, I missed that. Jeez, you can see those from far away. Okay, now for...
Quiet as the depths.
The problem though is that one's going to see me when I do this.
Dang!
How'd you do that?
Yeah, just delete that one from existence. It's cool. Fuck. That's not cool. That's bad. I got you. Thankfully, these things are easy enough to kill. Obviously, I seem to be having some issues. I think, did I need to both of them? Maybe. We're gonna get so many spooder legs. Very great, but yeah. My dear friend, the rumors are true. The cave you so blindly run toward is haunted, or otherwise occupied a creature of malefacing intent. You may find a burning fish, but you will most likely find your death. We want to small fishes playing this wind peg, raising the bottom and small brown signs following. At his first catch, meant this to be the start of a long and prosperous career as an angler. But yeah. So it sounds like so yeah. Spooters didn't like him out here, so they destroyed.
Hope you don't mind spiders.
Yeah, we're gonna go in there soon. Not happy about it either. That chest had to render a bit. Oh, that door's barred. Oh no. However, I think that's also technically goes into the city, maybe. Shouldn't we be going into the spider cave? I should be going to the spider cave. That is right.
Despite the name, the Living Lands isn't an easy place to make a life. But it breeds resourcefulness.
I think you could technically go down this way. If you break that? Maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Hey, buddy. Ah, yes. Unique accessories, or... yeah. So here's the thing, this right here is pretty fucking great. It's basically, hey, if you want to be a wizard... yeah. Now we don't have to worry about essence ever again. Because that's just going to keep our essence regenerated. Basically because I have a mod that makes it do exactly that. It keeps your essence regenerated. To a very great extent. How does it matter? Okay, is there anything behind the waterfall? Yes, there is.
Goodbye.
Andre's Grace. Andre's Grace is, in my opinion, situational. It's not bad, because the story journeys health while wet. The only problem, though, is... yeah. That requires you to actually, you know... well, if you're in a water source constantly, you're fine. But yeah, you need
even
water
Pargrun and
source
walls can't stand against this place.
yeah, I'll come back to it. We're definitely going a bit over on time. Like I said, I was going to deal with this, and then I keep going further away from this. I know, right? There's a power surrender at times. Oh, come on, there's nothing here? Oh, there it is. I seriously can't just take the fish. Seriously. Anyway. So we put it off long enough. Okay. To the ruinous cavern. It shouldn't take too long to load, you'd think, because it's a separate instance, but... yeah. There we go. So anyway... can't fast travel out here, sadly. Now we make a save. Just one save. Multiple save. New save. So anyway, yeah, this here is a cave exploration dungeon, basically. Or first instance of a dungeon. We can do it next time. It's not terrible. Well, to an extent. But anyway. And decent progress. So it still doesn't feel like decent progress. It's decent progress, but it's not decent progress. We found some things. We explored. At the same time, we didn't really make much actual progress. But, oh well. Anyway, next time. Hope you all enjoy. Thank you all and have a nice day.